Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus and this is Dyson Sphere Program. I'm taking a bit of a switch up, or making a bit of a switch up rather, if I use English. Making a bit of a switch up from my usual Sunday streams where I've been streaming the Aesthetic series and the other one, the Blueprint series. I wouldn't say I was bored of them, but I could do with a bit of variety. And Dyson Sphere Program is 2 years old. I'd always intended to do more playthroughs of Dyson Sphere Program. I really like this game, but I was waiting for the combat update. And in some recent blog posts, they've sort of said that those might be a little while. So I thought I would just play through. They have made some tweaks, one of which, at least, may mean I need to take the graphics down. Because they've added clouds, and I gave it a go, and it was chugging a little in a very simple save. So I may need to downgrade. Well, it's another reason for me to upgrade my PC, but I may need to turn the graphics down a little bit so that I can stream this as well. So let's get well, actually, let's set this up. Hang on. Pop that on there. Pop that on there. Okay. Is sound coming through? Yeah, there we go. It's gone quiet though. So, new game. Yep, cool. As per usual, I don't have any clue what what a good seed looks like. So we shall just... Oh, I should say one of the things they've added... message contribution... Okay, I never really know what any of that means, but... Let's just crack on. It's difficult to know what a good seed looks like in Dyson Sphere Program. Is it going to do the...
Welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
So they've added achievements.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
Yeah, so they've added achievements, and I started a playthrough, as I say, to sort of test out the clouds. So a couple of them have popped, but we should get achievements coming. See, we've got clouds on the planet now. Look at that.
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
Did it used to show... Those trees seem a lot bigger. Huh. Oh. Cloud effect is a bit weird there, isn't it? But yeah, so there may be some performance issues. I guess is the fair warning on this. But we should be okay. I can watch the video back and see how bad it is.
This is Icarus, a
After the
lightweight
stream.
industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
Cool. So let's do a bit of tree chop.
Now try to recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle.
So I'm going to do that. I think there's an achievement for basically not doing that. But so we'll just follow along.
You can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands. You receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
So, That's the fuel and stuff. And I can never remember how to get the... Is it G on that? No. F? There we go. It's the replicator. How do I get that?
You can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
So let's get some wood in there. I'll queue up a few more bits and pieces. Can I queue up? Oops. Just wondering how much I could queue up and then see if I can't have a look on the map. He's quite quick.
Yet you have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research. Click the technology tree button at the bottom right of the screen to open the technology tree and activate a research.
So yeah, I think this...
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button, drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole. In the planet view mode, slide the mouse wheel to enter the star map mode.
Okay. We grab a few of them as well. Okay, and then let's see, wasn't that there we go. A bit more woods. Maybe put... Oh, let's put that in there as well. Okay, so that's the north part, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Right. Right then, so let's see if we can't get some tech on the go. Activate, so we need to make magnetic coils. Because I don't think we can... Oops. I'm hitting C by accident. Yeah, because I could just make the basics at the moment. I can't actually make any machines. I'm going to be rusty, if I'm totally honest, but for a while. Is it 10 of them? Can I queue up others? So, basic assembling process, there we go. So we want circuits and gears. No. T, there we go. And then... No. Oh.
You have created a mining machine to achieve
Was it 10 of them?
Automation.
10 of them.
Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on Gathering of Construction menu to build it.
And then... So it needs a mine. Can't make them yet. Okay. Let's go and mine a little bit of iron. Doo-doo. Yeah, I have a horrible feeling this is... Let's just see while it's doing that. Oh, it's like a slideshow, isn't it? In fact, have I completely frozen up there? Huh. So it seems okay on that. Wow. How is that so bad? Because it's saying the bitrate is okay. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh. Let's see if we can fiddle with the settings. Because what I can do is reduce the resolution. Well, let's turn some of these off. So, if we get... No, let's keep the SSAR on. And maybe... I don't know what that means. But let's try settings off. Wow, why is that so terrible? See, the bit rate's coming through okay, but well, that's really bad, isn't it? Maybe if I do a reload. Is that any better? Oh, I think it might have been... Okay. Yeah, okay. So that looks like it's slightly better. But I'll have to have a good fiddle. I might just drop the resolution for the next stream. Yeah. What was I going to do? So, I need to get that open. No, I don't need to get that open. And then... I'm so rusty on this. 10 of them. And we can start building miners now, except we need more stuff. What do I need? I need copper. Where's copper? That's not copper, is it? That's coal. But might as well. Copper over there. And there. Oh, copper here. Let's get some of that. Again, while it's doing that, let's have a quick look. Oh, it's terrible again. Yeah, it's dropped. Wow, 81%. Good lord. Okay, this is going well. I wonder if I can adjust the output. That's not very good, is it? Yeah, that's atrocious. Why are you not running real well? What can I turn off? I guess if I just turn these clouds off. I say I don't know what a nephogram is. How is that? Any improvement? I mean, if this turns out to be a disaster, I'll flip back to Factorio, because I know Factorio works. Let's try reloading that. Let's see. So the whole big feature they've added of clouds, I've just completely disabled. And that seems to be better. So a little difficult to tell. Anyway, how much copper did I actually grab? Probably not enough. That seems better, but... Oops. Stupid thing. Okay. We shall see, we shall see. Now, how much stuff have I got? Right, so let's build a couple of miners. So, I don't know, 3 of them. And, well, one's more than we've got. So we're now out of iron. seems a bit better, a bit more consistent, but... Oh, is that 25? Okay. Eventually I'll remember the keys. So let's build another one of them. Okay. We don't have very many of them, do we? And what do we need for them? We need more copper. Nope, we need still more iron. Okay. Let's have another little fiddle. Seems to be more consistent now. What does my warnings... Let's give that a go. Let's give that a go. Right then. Let's build 3 of them. And how are we doing? Back to research then. I've got updates as well available now. So that one gives what? Veins. And that's the energy one. Speaking of which, I should go and mine some coal, shouldn't I? That coal? Yeah. Okay, so basic logistics is belts, so we want that one. And autumn, yeah, I want smelting. And that one. Fluids, Plasma control, we want that one. Upgrades wise, we want this, and then we probably want that. So let's get making the stuff we need, which would be 10 of them. I can't make too many more of them. Brilliant. Because I'm short of iron again. Okay. And there. Cool. Okay. Let's set up a miner to do that. Oh, I can't do belts, can I?
You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for covering more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the shift key.
Because it has an internal buffer? Yeah, so we'll just use that for the time.
You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla tower to extend the area of the power grid.
Oh look, it's got a little indicator now saying what it's going to do. That looks weirdly close. I don't know if they've adjusted the hitboxes. And where's copper? Okay. Oh, I can't fly yet, can I? Get one on there. Can I get that? There we go.
One of your production facilities is not powered. You need to keep it within the power coverage area and supply it with power facilities in order to maintain its normal works.
Stone. Have we got stone? There. Is that going to be the most convenient? I think that's probably... Yeah, go on. Let's go get that one. And then we've got all of them kind of available. So it does look, well, I don't know about smooth, but it's at least watchable, I think. Right. So let's get go and get some coal. Well, let's grab that on the way over. And then we can finish off. No. How many do we need? We need 6 more. Cool. Get me coal. Fill me my cup. Okay. How far away can I? Too far to operate. They've added quite a few little sort of touches to this since I last played. And too far to operate. Okay. That's quite useful while you're still like land bound, as it were. Okay, so that's belts.
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt,
I have.
which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
Okay, so automatic thingy. Yes, thank you very much. Go away. So we need a bit of everything there. Might as well just use 10 of them. 10 of them. So we need more iron. Always need more coal. Coal. Okay. So, I should be able to make some belts, yeah. Get some belts on the go. Let us build a box or 2, or 4 or 5. And we need insert. Oh, can't do them yet. So more iron. So it's inserters I was after, wasn't it? 5. More iron as well. Can I just control click on it? Oh, I can. Yeah, I think they've added that. Yeah. Don't remember being able to do that with machines before. I think you could do it with boxes. So, we are 4 circuits short, so let's build them. Oh no, already got them on the go. What else? What are you going to need? You're going to need magnets and more upgrades available. Metallurgy, okay, so we've got miners now. Okay. So I probably need most of is these for the time being. And this obviously.
Insufficient required items. You can click the replicator button at the bottom right of the screen to open the panel and manually replicate these items.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Go away. Why is that not? Oh. Okay. Let's have a quick look, a quick butcher's hook at the local area. Because we need to establish just a little bit of production automation. I think we'll just put something in the middle here. But we do have a little lake. I don't know if that would be too big to build on. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we want to try and avoid that. So probably want something sort of maybe here. It's not actually a very convenient landscape, that. Oh, it's not stuttering again, is it? No, it's not too bad. Hang on, I'm just going to pop this on. No, I can't see any settings on my end that will tweak that. Hopefully this will be okay. Might have to change it again if the game gets a bit heavier. Okay, right. Yeah, just a tiny little production area, I think. Making a few... I could put more coal in there. Making a few basics. Have I got those inserters yet? I'm getting them. Got some belt, maybe make 10 more of them. What else do I need? I guess I've got some smelters, but a couple more. Can't make a lap because I need to make glass and etc. Oh, have I not? Why is it not? Oh, I've got glass. Excuse me, it's the other stuff I've not got. Cool. Right, so if we make one of those, so that we've got two. What else are we going to need? Probably a couple more of them. Right. So just going to do something very, very simple. Which is basically...
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up one level, and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the building, you can try holding down the shift key.
Blimey. Yeah.
You built a smelter.
I
which
did.
Can smelt basic
You're right.
materials, such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically. While you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
Okay, so let's just pop 3 of them in. And I can see how many I'm making. Not too many more, so I'll put 2 more of them on. Guess, does it show achievements on here? Here we go. So these are the actual achievements. And I think those are all from last time. At that temporary game I did. I don't think I've done any of them. But you see it's tracking amounts done and stuff. There are a lot of achievements. It's 100. And some of them you have to do like reduced resources and stuff like that.
You have done building the first power transmission facility.
You have done.
Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid.
Click
on it to view the current power grid information. After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
In fact, I could use my trick, couldn't I? My little... Can I do that? You're going to get all the... Yeah. Not sure if that's... Yeah, it's a bit too far away. Oh, with it. That looks like it's closer than it used to allow. Maybe not. So we're looking for it to go blue, basically, which means it's got enough power. I could work it out, but it doesn't make a lot of difference. Okay, so with them we want probably a box. And so there. Oh, he's off again.
Of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
So, similar setup here. In fact, can I copy and paste that? I don't think I've unlocked... Oh, you have to unlock blueprints, don't you? So no, I can't copy that. But yeah. similar setup. Oh no, it's coal. Here we go. Copper. God, we're slow. But yeah, if we take it this way and say, well, let's put the miners in. Not miners, it's smelters. And then there. And then, oops. Belt there. Get rid of that. Oops. And then set that to copper. Oh. Need 4 more? Yeah. Okay. Obviously we've not got enough power. Lack of item, we've not got any. Not got anything. I'll hit the right button in a minute. Yep, not got anything. Okay. Too far to operate, okay. No. Okay. Too far to operate. Operation too far. 5 of them. 5 of them. And we're out of stuff. Doo-boo-boo. No. Grab that. There we go. That's the badger. In fact, I can copy that over. There we go. Yeah, it feels like I can put those closer than I can. Oh, I haven't got any. Okay. Why can't I build that? Oh, I need raw iron, don't I? That's right. You need to. Yeah, okay. Did that? No? Oh, of course it won't have any because it's only putting out a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's build another one then. Except I can't because... Okay, let's just hand mine it then. Because the magnets you make directly out of the raw iron. I'd forgotten that. I had forgetted that. So, we'll build another miner. And where is it? Probably better doing it that right around that way. Don't imagine that's enough power. Oh, no. Right, so we then need a little one here. And I'm now at about... Build some of them. Okay. So it's feeling clunky because I'm so rusty with it. But don't we use regular? Yeah. In fact, that's probably... I bet that's too close, is it? Nope. Okay. Another box. We are short a belt. Put that in there. And... Oh. I guess they're not made... I thought they were made in them. I guess not. Right. made in here then. Lack of item, brilliant. Yes, okay. I can just tidy that up. But we need, might have. Okay. Okay. Won't fit in there. Okay. Right. A little bit of production there. You've not got enough juice. So put some in there. Lack of item, of course. Lack of item. Right. We need a box here as well. Haven't got any inserters. Keep opening the menu rather than the, what should we call it? How are we doing with coal? Too far to operate. Yeah, we need a box of that as well. What I say that? Probably better off making graphite because I can't make that yet. Okay. Anyway, we've hit the point where we need blue stuff. I think we will just check through. Oh no, we could do that, couldn't we? But that's blue. In fact, let's have a look, see if there are any text that need. So that's blue. Blues, blues, blues. Steel smelting, blues. Okay, so none of those do. What about upgrades? So that requires blue. That's red. And that's blue and red. Okay, so when we get them, we could do that. And then we want to hop back to technologies. And probably do that one. And that one. And we'll leave it there for the moment. So, we should now have some boxes. Except that one's not got its inserter on it yet. Oh, I didn't limit it, did I? Did I limit this one? No. Of course not. Of course not. Right. A little bit of tidying up, I think. That'd be more sensible running 2 over, wouldn't it? In fact. Yep. These guys are clearly only just on the cusp. That's not linked to both of them, is it? There. Okay. Do I need 2 of them? I don't really, do I? Right. Okay. Now what we need to do, well, I need that copper. Keep it in shift because it's Factoria. Right, so we've got 2 of these. Now these, no, they produce it, don't they?
You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible.
Yeah.
You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
You can be benefit. Ah, too close. Obvious. Obvious. Too close. So that's going to make the blue ones. That's going to turn it into science. So we need to feed you with circuits and magnetic coils. Okay. So if we put a couple of machines here, like that. In fact, if we do two, maybe. So if we do circuits, no, other way around is probably better. So get rid of that. Magnetic coil, and make this one circuits. Now there's a thing they're meant to have put in where it does auto belt hop. Oh, it does. Fancy. But I need it there as well, don't I? Have I got splitters? I don't think I have I? No. Okay. So, we can basically just use an inserter, like a splitter. Because we're not anticipating any of this running. In fact, that would be better if that was shorter. We just want it to make us some stuff, really. We don't really care about it doing it very fast. And I'm now out of those guys. 10 of them. So what else do we need? So if we get 10 more of them. Bunch of belt. And we're out of things. We can make one power pole. I've already got a couple of boxes. Right. I put them too close, didn't I? Because I need a bit more room than that. Because we want this to come up here. Because he needs those two. And in fact, that's the point. That's why I did that in the first place. I don't need that there. What I need is something coming over from the copper. I can manage that with the belt, I think. Right, and then you need iron and copper. Yeah, okay. What we're missing, I probably need inserters and belts. Yeah, okay. So, what we can do is kind of have one coming out of here, I guess. Going up to go over to there. Once it's made me some. Let's grab some more materials for ourselves. Close that down. And a bit of coal. In fact, I'm not putting it in a box, am I? Put it in a box. You fool. Put it in a box. There. connector. Plenty of room on that one. Okay. It's not powered. Bum. Let's try that again then. Yeah. There. Are you going to pay powered there? Yes. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's let that load up. How are we doing? So we're going to need copper coming over here as well. But we need outputs on it. And put it to that side. Why didn't that work? Weird. Okay, put a power pole in the middle. Make sure everything's got access to power. And then here, do that. You have one input. Let's make it even, shall we? So it's the sort of closest one. So that one there. And then we also need. If I hit the right key, no. Oh, we're going across a thingy line. That's fine. Just throwing this down to get us get the ball rolling. Really. Is there an output on that? Yep. Get there. Put some more of these guys in. You could also hook up that. Right, how do I want to do this? So if I put another lack of item, brilliant. It's about. Okay, can I at least do the, no, oh no, I've got one inserter, brilliant. Okay, if I just chop that back a bit. At least get one of them going. And I could probably double that up as an insertion, but we'll see. Now, a couple of boxes. So we can steal some off first, so we can need even more inserters. I didn't make any power poles, did I? I'm almost out of power. So let's see how that box is getting along. Too far to operate. Awesome. We're getting there, we're getting there. Oh. Right, put that in there. Put that in there. Limit that to 1. Limit that to 1. How are we doing? So we need to hook up this copper. And we need an inserter on that one. Why can I... Oh, this builds them as well, doesn't it? Is that right? Oh no, they're just listed there, and I'm being blind. That's the problem. Right. Yeah. So if we put a couple more inputs, so it's acting a bit like a splitter, but not really. Okay. Now this one needs both of these, and everything here needs power. I seem to remember these are quicker, aren't they? Is that right? So, oh, first electromagnetic 46 minutes. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Aren't these? Let's have a look on the recipe. So that takes 1 second to make. That takes one. I know you get two though. I get two of them. Oh, so they're about the same. Okay. Let's grab some of these then. I know they're quite slow to make. So maybe if I double that up. I think I can do stacking. We'll see. We shall soon see. We shall soon see. Yeah. At least it doesn't look like it's stuttering. Shame I can't do the clouds though. That was kind of the point of the update they did. Oh well. Okay. Oh, I don't really need any more of them as such. More coal there. Okay. Now, is there anything worth making? I mean, we could start making conveyors and stuff. But it might be easier for the time being just to make some gears. Because I could put a little extra thing on here. I'll tap this mine. Oh, that's oil there. Okay. Because I'm not making any glass or anything. Any stone products. But we've also got all of them. Apart from gears, so we might as well have a box with some gears in as well. Probably better. I'm out of miners on time. To like add to this basically. So if we put a extra miner, is it control you hold? Oh, God. No. I can't remember what you hold. Is it Alt? No. Control. No. Doesn't matter. Let's just stick it in. At some point, I'm sure my brain will remember. So I could put it there, but how do I get it round? Extend that, I think. Oh, the other inserter's in the way, I think. Yeah. So let's just get rid of that for the time being. Lack of item. Which item? The smelter or the miner? Smelter. Come on. There we go. Right, and then we want that back. Oh, it doesn't have power now. There's always something to moan about with you, isn't there? Can't fit another one in there. Can do there. So there's not enough. Oh, you haven't built it. You haven't built it. Okay. Loads of oil flowing in now. So, why don't we add a little bit on here? Oh, of course it goes wonky, doesn't it? We don't want it to go wonky. Oh, I'm out of assembly machines as well. Out of everything. Yeah, so I'll put a little one here making cogs. If we can. Oh, there we go. Plasma stuff. Awesome. So that's oil accessible. What am I waiting for? Ah, right. So we just put a little one making cogs. A little chesticle here. Just easier to make the raw stuff to start with, or the mildly processed stuff. And that's a couple of things there. So we've now got these we could make, and also the plasma thing. I haven't got a research on the go. Okay, let's have a think. So I guess we'd be better off doing something like this. Really, but I think if we do graphite first, but don't we need? I'm pretty sure we need steel fairly soon, but we can add on that and then that. What have we? Steel, semiconductors. Oh, there we go. There's splitters. Splitters. Might as well just queue up as many straight blues as we can. Ah, there's landfill. Oh, and solar. Okay. Oh, proliferators. Ah. Oh, useful. Okay. Okay. Let's just do a bit of grabbing. And stocking up. Do I need any of them? Probably not. Okay, so I can put that iron away. How much fuel? Okay. Right, so let's find some. Oh, I didn't do the upgrade, did I? Okay, so that's our stone there. So let's go and make glass, and I don't think it calls them bricks, does it? But they're basically bricks. Ooh. Okay. Quite an old belt. So let us make a load of belt. And we might as well have some of them. And some of them. And one of them. A couple of them. How many boxes have I got? Not many. Not enough. I need stone for that. Can make a couple of them. Cool. Cool-EO. Right, so it go this way. And then we want... Oh, I haven't got any boxes, have I? Okay. Keep hitting the C key, thinking it's the menu key. And I don't know why, that's not a factorio thing. Okay. Box is on the way. So I've got a box there. And then we want... Oh, that's browning out, isn't it? Browning out. Just connect them up. So it feels like this is closer. Oh, run out. Some on the way. Yeah, so if there's room for a box there, and then we can put some assemblers here, making some bits and pieces. Oh, I need smelting, don't I? Because they're made out of glass, which is smelt glass. I thought you assembled brick, but I guess not. I've only got one. One smelter. So what, maybe there. And what we're going to have this make? This needs to make glass. Oh, brick is in there. Okay. So I don't know that I need that to be all of that, because we can just put some in a amount of boxes. So I'm going to have a box there, so a box here. So that'll make the glass. From that, that'll just stick it in the box. Oops, that'll output it to there, input it to there, to there. This will make the prisms, and then put that in a box there. Glass as well. Okay. Get it all powered up. Oh, connected that to the wrong thing. Why is it put? Oh, because it's not getting enough stone, is it really? Because it's having to come across by 2. There we go, that's better. You're getting glass. You're getting prisms. Okay. We can also make brick. Do I want multiple brick? Can't I make that from brick as well? I can, there we go. So if I just plop those... Oh. I've run out of boxes, haven't I? Right, so I'll just put these into a box behind them. Too close. obviously. Wonder why one's, you know, not too close and the other's too close. It's got with the whole Earth curvature thing. Okay, that'll do. A lot of this is just to get some, so that it's a little bit quicker to craft, but it doesn't make a huge. It's not a massive improvement. It's just not as terrible, sort of thing. If you've got some intermediates. Right, we don't want millions of them, we only want like a stack. Probably do want millions of them eventually, but let's just leave it running. This has not made a single prism, why not? Because that's still filling up and we don't need that many. And you're still very slow. I could put a second one of them in, no problem. If I'd put the belt in. Cool, okay. So got some stone products on the go. Now let's go and add in some, what's it called? Graphite production. Have I got bits and pieces? Let's grab some of them. Could do with some more iron, I guess. That'll do us, I think. Right, so we probably still want some coal in a box, but what we really want, what we really, really want is somewhere to make some graphite so that we can burn the graphite, because that's a lot more efficient. I'm just wondering, maybe I should, if I take this out, then I can just do a little bit. I mean, we don't need loads, we just need a bit, basically. Like most things. Early stages. And we can take that way. I don't need that to be that long, I don't think. And then it's smelted, I think, if my memory serves correctly. That's too close, isn't it? That there. Okay. I just put 3 in, but I've got room then to sort of stick 2 extra ones in if I've got that completely wrong. And even more actually, because I can move that, but that'll do for the time being. I'm going to need more. Don't know why I hit that key. More of them. Always need more of them. Some of them. A bit of that. A few of those. 1 or 2 of them. Plenty of them. And the rest will leave. Okay. So this needs to be graphite. Copy that over. Then we do need some power. Like that. Oh, I can just squeeze one in there. Nice. So they put out graphite. We built 1 Bernie power station. So we can do that. But we can also...
A thermal power station.
A thermal
Such
power station.
facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you wanted to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
I put that right next to the thing, so we don't really want that there. Right next to the oils. Let's move it up a bit. Maybe put it there. Which means I'll have to connect it with a... In fact, Can I put? Yeah, let's put one of them in. Like that. Inserters. No fuel. Yeah, because we need a box basically, so that we can have some as well. Milestone thermal power. Power that is thermal. Right, let's limit that to 4. I'll probably try and use up this coal. Well, actually, let's just keep that. You can do things with buffering it and stuff, but yeah, not fussed. Okay, how are we doing? Let's see if we can add any more technologies, or in fact upgrades. Let's talk about upgrades we can add. Cool. There we go, so that'll be useful. Can't I do that one as well? I can. But let's see what else. Oh look, that's engines rather than... Oh well, steel and... okay. Let's do that one. Oh, kill fuel. Okay. Oops. Right. So what was that one that... Engines. Okay, so let's make some engines for when we get there. Or whatever they call them, motors or whatever. Make 10 of them. In fact, how many is it? Don't even need to do that. 60, okay. 10, 20, 30, 40. In fact, let's grab some more gears. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. A few more for luck. So we'll have them when we get there. Steel is about to finish. Don't I have splitters now, or are they on the list? They're on the list, okay. Okay. Steel smelting. Now steel smelting, we need to take iron and smelt it into steel, basically. And we can just sort of improvise one together, I think. Because we don't really need... yeah. So we've got one in here. Doing steel. Grab that from there. Hopefully a box will fit in. Nope, of course not. Why would it fit into a gap that's perfectly suited for putting it in? Can't get a power thing in there. Oh. How is that powered? Oh, I guess that must be powering it, but that's a bit weird. Right, anyway. Oh, it's got 2. Okay. Okay. So there's a bit of steel on the go now. Always useful. So I've got stone. In fact, let's go and grab some stone brick. In fact, we've got all of these now. Let's just make sure I didn't mess up the... It's got a bit of stone. Got some prisms. Yep. Like that. Oh, we got that. Awesome. I was just checking I hadn't left any of them unbound. Bit more steel be useful. Let's see how much storage with... oh, lovely. And can I... maybe if I... put that in there. So you put that in there. Put that in there. Okay. Awesome. What next? Next must be some more upgrades. We've got those engines ready to go. So steel and circuits, 120 and 120. How much have I got? 18. So 120 circuits is fine, but I haven't got very much steel. Okay. We'll go and find somewhere else on the planet in the not too distant future where we want to build a bit something a little bit more permanent. But this is just to kind of get us going, really. I'm surprised any achievements haven't popped. I don't know if that's just because I'd already done them all. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, I suspect I got quite a bit further than this. In my little tester playthrough. But yeah, we need 120 steel. This is going to give us semiconductors, isn't it? Which... okay. I wonder if I could speed this up. Yeah. I can do research, but I think I'm doing it twice as fast as I can... yeah. So if I build another one of them... I'll put it on top there. That should double our research speed. Oh, I've not got any glass. Semiconductor. Maybe I should put another, because we don't have any stack bonuses, do we? So it might help. I'll put a second inserter on as well. Okay, right. Did I do the planetary matrix layer, recipe copy? Food logistics. No. How about let's chop some of them out. Yeah, in fact, let's go straight to that because there's only 10. Let's bin that one off though. Okay, where did I get to? So now we can look for...
You have unlocked the universe exploration. Now you can click the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen to open real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
Everything. Just leave it for there anyway, but can I do any upgrades? That was the one I chopped off, didn't I? Look useful. Okay. Right. Planetary distribution. There we go. Let's see if there is... So quite a cluster of oil there, isn't there? Look at that. Lots of water. Stone. In fact, it's quite a sort of lakey planet. That's not great. So ore vein, iron ore vein there. Big expanse of nothing there. So I've got iron there, copper there, coal there. Huh. Stone not too far away. I mean, this is probably the best bit, but it's going to require, I suppose, there's iron and copper there as well. 3 stone, coal, and oil. But it's going to require a bit of land filling, because we probably want to be building sort of in the middle of them. Or at least, you know, because that's, you know, that's north-south, so we want to be building east-west, really. So yeah, we're going to need to be a land filling, which is one of these that I've queued up, I think. Environmental modification, but it's 400. Blue science. Wow. Wow. Okay. Where was the steel? There's the steel. Have I got enough steel to do that research? Yes. Okay. Okay. I can't fly yet still, can I? No. I wish it ordered them in the same order that it will burn them. Actually puts them in the opposite order. Like most, you know, fuel dense first. Right, so this was the area where we were thinking of building. So, yeah, so that's north. So, okay. I can never remember the numbers. So, a belt takes 6 items a second, and a smelter has a production speed of 1. So, whatever this is produced at, we'd need 6 smelters to fill a belt, 6 smelters to fill a belt, 12 smelters to fill a belt. 6. Okay. And then that's weird, isn't it? You have to have 9 to fill a belt. And if that's, because I'm thinking of doing it, not a bus as such, but something a little along those lines, maybe. Ah, splitters. Lovely. You know, sort of having, like I did before, basically, where it's like a production area where there's just all the belts of all the materials going, you know, down the sides, because you can do 3 in a row on either side, so we can have sort of 6 rows of material, which we could do, you know, iron, copper, silicon, maybe stone. Not these, because you're better off doing them local, but probably magnets, circuits, and gears. Maybe steel. And effectively having a lane of them. But I can't remember what the red recipe is, because that's what we really need. Where's red? Is that one? What's the red recipe? Oh, it's carbon and hydrogen, isn't it? So it's sort of completely different. Okay, that's not too much of a problem. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, that's the method. Yeah, you can spend that to unlock the researches. Because you gather it in your other playthroughs, basically. So have I got carbon here? Oh, carbon. Down there. Okay. Okay. Oh. I am filled it up. Well, I've only got 10 motors. Huh. Right, so... belt. I'm thinking of putting the sort of smelting... Well, I'd like to put it underneath. And then we sort of take it up and then... That doesn't really make sense, does it? Because I want the production to go left and right as well. Oh yeah, I could do that. So I could take it that way, take it up, you know, have all of this production lines going this way. So if we were to do that, and we tried to have 3 lanes on either side, then some sort of production machine, and 3 lanes on the other side. So that would fit in there, wouldn't it? Because we're not going to have any, you know, belts on seas issues that stop us from actually building, because the belts can float over the sea. Okay. So now we just need to fill in, you know, feed in whatever we're going to make. So, I mean, 6 smelters isn't very big. And we can do 3 on either side. So, oh, that's a problem. That'll be... So if I guess if I go sideways. So let's put one in there. Say that, like that. No. So I can't remember what the... Oh, it's shift. There you go. Tis shift. Shift it is. Okay. Because we probably want multiple lines of copper, basically, because we'll have to convert them into the appropriate material. So, you know, like the thing we're building, because we want, as I say, we're going to want the copper and iron as lanes, but then we want, you know, magnetic coil. Well, I can't remember what magnets are actually used in. It's like one machine that uses magnets, I think, and everything else is magnetic coils. Or is it in those that... No? No? Okay, so we make magnetic coils then. So 1, 2... Silicon, probably not, because it's mostly just solar panels. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe steel as the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because what I could do is just, you know, put stone on a belt and then send, and then make, you know, glass and prisms as we need them. Anyway, in order to make them, you see, we need a lane of, you know, lane of copper. In order to make them, we need a lane of copper. So that's 2 lanes of copper. To make them, we need 2. Well, it's actually only half, isn't it? Because you get 2 out. And is that half? That's half. So it's 1 lane of copper to make both of them. But we need to make loads of magnets, so that's 2 lanes of iron ore. 1 lane of iron. So we need 2, 3, That's 1, 4, and then that gets complicated. Okay. So at least need 2 lanes of copper, is the point. So we can use a splitter, can we? Not really. Could I do that? Because we basically want to do a 3-to-2 balancer. Or just put another machine in. No, it's shift, isn't it? There we go. Squeeze in there. There we go. And now we can just... Simple case of simply doing things simply. Right. Because I can combine these two together, basically. And that's 1 lane of copper. And then we put 6 smelters. We haven't got 6 smelters, but we can put 6 smelters in if we build them. There we go. I mean, we could if we had 6 smelters, but or had the material for them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can have output for 1 going that way. Does that make sense? Because they're quite slow, the inserters. So it might be better thinking about it. If that's the outputs. Oh, I've run out. Okay. I got them in the wrong place anyway. So these are the 2 output lanes. Like that. And then I can combine those 2 lanes here. And then these 2. Maybe fine. Use the old angles. And then this can go. Oops. Okay. Only got 4 inserters as well. I've come over here without any stuff. Okay. Let's go get some stuff then. Because it's given me a load of, as I've done research, it's given me a load of free items, and that's filled up my inventory. Right, let's wander over there. What happens? Oh, it does. It will fly. Am I just being dumb then? No. Don't need iron. Don't need copper rather. Let's use a box and just put these random extra things it's given me, because they're great, but you know I don't really need them. Don't really need plasmas. Okay, so there's a bit of room there. I could get rid of this coal. We're probably a bit low on fuel. In fact, let's make that an even one. Okay. Now, we need loads of iron. And let's make some stuff and then top up again. So, what do we need? We need a whole load of assemblers. 20 of them. Whole load of smelters. Loads of inserters. More than we've actually got. And then oodles of belt. Just more belt that you can shake a stick at. Like So I'm making 90. You get 3 per craft, I think. So that's loads of them. I guess as many power things as we can make as well. More of them. A whole bunch of boxes. I'll run it on again. Okay. Let's top the gears off. Top the coils off. Top the circuits off. What else? Oh, we got 5 fast ones as well. I've got 1 random very light bike. Ultra steel. Should do this. I don't know how much landfill I'll be able to produce when we unlock it. What else? I think that'll do us for now. Oh, what about miners? So 5, 10. That didn't work because I've got the iron left. Okay. Let's see how we get on with that. Trying to also keep an eye on it. It's not flagged up any warning saying it's dropping frames, but that means I think it's just below a threshold, so it might still be dropping them. So apologies if it is a rubbish stream quality. So I'll look at what the re-rendering, as it were, looks like. Downsizing it basically, downscaling it. I get the right words in there. Okay. Oops. I didn't even look what that was. So, unfortunately, I can't fit power things in there. I think blueprints are coming, aren't they? I haven't actually unlocked them yet. Yeah. What else can we do then? Oh, make a flight. There we go. What other technologies can we do? Just on blue cubes. I mean, obviously we could do red cubes. We could do them in theory. processors as well, I guess. Because I can move all this down is the point. And then I would be able to fit. There's only one tile off. Okay, let's do that then. So I need to chop that away. No. Because I haven't got blueprints, I can't just blueprint it and get rid of it. Unfortunately. So copper. Output. 6 of those. Connect the belt up. Okay, and then down to that one. Put you in. No. Turn that into that bit. Are you going to sort yourself out? I think they fixed this because it used to be it didn't usually work properly, but I think they fixed it so that it sort of does what you'd expect with the junctions now. Okay, so that's all 6 in there. If I was to put that there, I'm not expecting it to cover everything, but if I can get away with just, you know, a couple of power poles. Except I can't because I don't fit in. Dang. I wonder if I can... If I move it down one, for example. So rather than there, would that give a better coverage? Because it's like, if you hover over them, there's like a little dot somewhere that tells you what the actual point that it's checking the power is. So that when I'm, it's, you know, say that little dot. Okay, there you go, they're all covered. That's good. Can we also get the miners? Not easily. Quite enough, is it? I don't think. Yeah, so it needs more. Always needs more. Ah, proliferation. Okay. So, we can basically recreate. I haven't got blooming blueprints yet, have I? Okay. Basically recreate the same thing for the iron. Although didn't I work out I don't need... Because we need a regular iron, and then that needs... Well, that needs these guys, magnets, rather than... So maybe I'd do it that way, and we just have smelters that are... Because they need to be 9 long, because it's 1.5 seconds. To fill a belt. So that'd be a belt of iron. We obviously need a belt of iron. But that's half, half a belt. No, well that's a belt, isn't it? Sorry, because it's 2 to 2. So that would be a third belt of iron. And then we would need to do magnetic coils, which would be a fourth belt of iron. Okay. Do I have more iron? Super close? Not really, no. Lots of iron up there, but that's a fair way to belt it. Okay. Because I think I can sort of, you know, do a kink here, basically, or do something here. Because I only need, like, one of these belts to go on to this, let's call it bus. It's more like a manifold, really, but... And then the other I convert into the two, you know, magnets and da-da-da machines, which will probably be here anyway. You know, just in line with the rest of it. Right. So I need to get enough miners on here. $180 a minute is 3 a second, isn't it? Which is half a belt? Yeah. I wonder why it doesn't say them in the same unit. So that's another half a belt. So that's one belt. This is the problem, you see. If I'm going to get 4. So that's another half a belt. How do I... No. Is it? No. No. How do I rotate it? Because it's R. Oh, I hold R, don't I? That's right. There we go. But it only goes one way. Like so many things. Right. So let's squeeze that in there. So that's 2 belts worth. That's 3. 1, 2. No, that's 2.5. Don't think I'm quite going to get this. So that's 3 belts. Three and a half belts. So I could take this one out. See if I can arrange that slightly better. Yeah, because that gets me 6 there. Now, only way I can get 6 is overlapping the other machines. Okay. Wonder if I can move that one. So where would this need to be? What would be there? So it needs to be somewhere. Nah, I don't think I can. Don't think I can do it. Give another go with that one, just in case. Well, 5, that's close. Oh, 6. There we go. Cool, okay. So from that I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes. And now I just need to set the smelting up. Have I got enough smelters? No. Smelters. Should make more belt, really. Okay. What order do I want to do them in? So if we put, say, the 2 lanes of smelting, just, you know, straight iron, and then this would be the output, this would be the output, then there, and then the next one we need landfill for. Okay. Unless I built something here, maybe? Anyway, let's put these machines in practice. Like that. So input there, output there. It's got little labels now, sort of A, B, like the direction. They've done a lot of tweaking since Al has played properly. Get those in. Cool. I can just rotate that, can't I? No. Of course I can't rotate it. Why would it let me rotate it? No. Oh, that is right. So go, oops. Bosh. Lack of item, okay. Now that's a problem I know how to solve. Okay. So 1 copper, 2 copper, 1 iron, 2 iron, but not that sort of 2 iron. So how about if I combine these two? Go there. I do like this auto hot feature. That's quite nifty.
Your production compound has reached a certain scale. Now click the statistics panel button at the bottom right corner of the screen to view statistics. It includes the output consumption of each item, electricity data, etc. Use these dynamic data can help you to manage your production base.
Yeah, what he said. What he said. Certain scale. Landfill. Okay. Can make 98 landfill. Okay. Right. I'm assuming these are slightly underpowered. We shall see, we shall see. Am I? No, I'm not. Okay. So those are 2 irons there. I actually probably need that to hop over a 3rd one, don't I? So maybe if I chop that off. Get a 3rd one in. But what am I going to do? Because I guess there's stone here as well, so I don't really want to be building there anyway. I could always hide the stone, I guess. Because that would give me Yeah, let's hide that stone. I have to do that with landfill, I think, don't I?
Foundation, a terrain leveling tool. Yet we cannot use it to change the planetary landforms at will. We can only level the surface to ground zero. If the foundation is used for high grounds, it will gain soil pile. On the contrary, if it is used on the ocean or low-lying areas, it must consume soil pile. When installing the foundation, either choose a kind of decoration or without decoration, even only surface leveling.
Okay. Yes, thank you for the slightly confusing explanation. Right. Because if I was to build... Yeah, I would still need a bit more, wouldn't I? But this is already offset here. And in fact, that probably needs to be a hop, skip and a jump as well. So if this is the output again... And it go... Oh, I've run out of belt now. Have to go for a resupply. Oh, well, say that. Can steal a little bit of belt. Steal a little bit of belt. Little bit of iron here. And in fact, I bet you've got a reserve, have you? Or a buffer? Wait. Ooh. That's a bit more than I was anticipating. Okay. Let's build 1 million of them then. We're going to need a bunch more of them. We're going to need other stuff, TBD. Right, but what I was thinking is, because I can put that there now, because this is further over, and then we could have the magnet one there. But I could also put that on that side, couldn't I? So we could have the magnet one over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe if I put 5 and 4. That's the magnet output. And we use the splitter.
The data shows this is a planet without natural silicone veins. However, you can still obtain some by smelting stone ore. While you still need a massive silicone collection,
stone ore.
You need to find a planet rich with silicone veins as soon as possible.
I thought you said steel ore. I was like, what the heck is steel ore?
4 directions. It can split the passing cargo or balance the cargo on multiple conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Use the tab key to switch between different styles, and click it to set priorities and filters.
It won't do a hop there. We hop there? No. Doesn't like doing those. We could go up, basically. To, you know, do the hop ourselves, basically. So we go up a level. And then we can do that and connect there. The 3D-ness of the belts, I've said this before in previous playthroughs, it's really, really awesome. But you end up not really using it because it's like mentally difficult to do. It's difficult to get your head round. Oh, that's bad. Oh dear, have I run out of power? I've not run. Oh, well, yeah, okay. I think my battery is empty. We're full of fuel. I think it's this that emptied out. Yeah, this is in the wrong place full stop, isn't it? So maybe, can I put it on the other side, maybe? Yeah, so if I Because basically I need the iron to come here, and it won't fit. So I need the iron there, which means all of this needs moving down. So this needs to be the feed-in iron, which means the smelter will be there. So the smelter's there. That's going to be the output. So then all of this needs to move down. So the other iron needs to be here, which means the output needs moving down as well. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hello, Red Mike. Hello, sir. How are you? Cyberpunk 2077. Bit random. What about Cyberpunk 2077? But welcome back. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Ah, got blueprints. Finally. Oh, I need wood and stuff, don't I, to do that. Let's leave that for a minute then. I mean, if you're asking if I've played Cyberpunk 27, I have indeed. I wouldn't describe my reaction to it as bad as, you know, the sort of narrative that people, you know, the popular opinion, as it were, of it being a load of rubbish. I thought it was okay. I thought the writing / quest side of it was a bit rubbish. Well, not no. There were a lot of good quests in it. A lot of you know, entertaining things in it, sort of thing. But compared to sort of Witcher or something like that, the writing was not as good. And I think because they basically weren't given the time, so it was one of the, like the mechanics side of it, you know, the shooting and all that sort of stuff. Well, the shooting was actually okay, but yeah, the sort of systems and stuff. I mean, are you playing Cyberpunk right now? No. I'm playing Dyson Sphere Program. So, where am I going? So this is like, I guess it's, well, it's heavily inspired by sort of Factorio and Satisfactory and those sorts of games, but I'm basically, the goal is to build a factory that will build a Dyson Sphere. If you don't know what Dyson Sphere is, it was something proposed by somebody called Freeman Dyson, a physicist, in the 70s, 80s, that sort of era. And it's basically a gigantic sphere that goes around a sun and harvests all of the energy coming off of the sun, basically. He proposed it sort of semi-jokingly. He didn't actually think it was a practical thing, and in fact, basically, we'd have to reinvent physics to get one to work. But a Dyson swarm is a much more practical thing, which is basically loads and loads of solar panels floating around the sun. But yeah, the idea in this is you're building a Dyson sphere. Eventually, I'll show you the tech tree actually. We're going to take a while to get there because there's quite a lot of techs, and you have to get up here, and this is up here where you're building. Looks like Surviving Mars and Satisfactory. Yeah, it's very similar to those sorts of things. I say kind of probably more inspired by Factorio, I would say, than Surviving Mars, but all in that sort of bailiwick. It's an early access game. It's actually been out 2 years. It's sort of, you could call it finished. I mean, I don't think they're planning to add any like more building things in it as such. You know, the sort of tech tree there is kind of, in a sense, feature complete. What they are adding in is combat. So they're going to be adding a new combat system. Why is this completely stopped? Because I don't have enough coal on me. That's why. What was the other thing I needed for that other research? It was wood and stuff, wasn't it? So let's harvest them from wood. So we're sort of ready to go with that. Let's have a look at that. Because that was an upgrade, I think. But yeah, it's a game I really like and enjoy. And I've played it through a few times. It is, I say, early access. It's not... It could do with some optimization, I think. It's very pretty, I would say. But I've had to turn some of the... So they've added clouds to it, but I can't have the clouds on because the stream runs at like 4 frames a second. So I need coal, carbon, and wood. Okay. For that one. And that's 120 and 120, okay. And that's the one we're doing. Yeah, it's a really awesome game. It's by a Chinese developer.
You have received the ability to fly. Double-click the space key to lift off.
We have
and
flighting.
Then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement. The moving speed will increase by 150%, with more energy consumed under flight mode. Pressing the Alt key can return the mecha to the ground during the flight.
I need to, oh, it's given me one solar panel because I've obviously done that research. So I'll pop that in there. So if I grab that, I don't need that plant stuff, do I? So I'll put that away. Don't need all of that. Right. Let's get a few more of these made. Like that. We want some more of them. Plenty more smelters. There was just a near miss outside. Sounded like a screeching of brakes. Right. What else am I looking for? I've got inserters. I've got belt. Making them. Making them. Did I ever make any? I did, but let's make a couple more. Like that. Okay. Now, let's top everything off. Circuits must be low. Stone brick. In fact, let's go for a fly. Hurrah. Not very far, but it's a fly. Oops. Why am I not landing? No. I can't remember what the... It's just oh, there we go. I'm just not holding it hard enough. Why am I wearing a glove on my left hand? It's actually on my right hand, the thing's flipped, but I suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome. Not bad carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's basically, I get pain. Your carpal tunnel is it might be a nerve actually, or a tendon that runs through, there's like literally a tunnel, a bone tunnel at the base of your wrist. And what happens is it becomes inflamed, and then because it's contained in that small tunnel, it's basically painful all the time, because it's like a swollen, thing that's pushing into a small area. And one of the things that triggers it, one of the things that causes it, is essentially having your wrist bent all the time. And how because I also have what's called a vertical mouse, and basically that holding your wrist in that twisted way when you're using a mouse, plus continuously, doing your fingers and sort of moving your wrist and stuff like that, it aggravates the carpal tunnel. So the brace basically stops you from moving your wrist in a bad way, as it were. But so I also have a vertical mouse. That means I'm, resting my arm in a more natural position than a normal mouse. But that's it basically. It's just to protect against carpal tunnel. Particularly for long, it's all right if I just have to click a couple of times. But if I'm playing, for hours and hours like I am on stream, then it can get a bit painful. Okay, let's just go back and we'll see if I've missed anything. That's all it is. It's just stop me moving it in a weird way. I keep hitting C, don't I? That's why. That's the problem I'm having. Right. So this is going to be more iron. This is going to be the magnets, and I need to rearrange all of this. Red cubes. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it just fits in, just squeaks in, and then we can trim that back a bit. So this probably won't. Yeah, that's in the way, but that's not too much of a problem. Okay. So we need to get those two over there. Yeah, it's a game I really enjoy. So it's still in early access. They said they were going to get the combat update out this. Because I say they've been a Chinese developer. They celebrate Chinese New Year, so I'd guessed they were going to put the combat out, or they were trying to get it out for the New Year, because Chinese New Year, because it's the 2-year anniversary of the game when it launched. So I think that was their original plan, but part of the team has apparently got COVID, and they've had quite a lot of troubles with COVID, so that stopped something. But also, well, the way they phrased it on the blog, it sounded a bit weird, but I think also 2 of the devs are married, because they said they were basically in a hospital having children, but the way they phrased it was a bit strange. But yeah, I think that's what they meant, that they're having their presumably first child. So yeah, I think that's all slowed everything down a bit in terms of the development. So I figured, why not just do another playthrough pre-combat update? Small factory reaches total power generation of 20 megawatts. That's annoying that doesn't connect. Okay. Doesn't connect there either, does it? That does, okay. I mean, it's blue, which is a bit surprising. I would expect it. Oh, that's not powered. Can I tweak that? Is that as close as I can get? Yeah, that's not going to reach, is it? Can I squeeze power pole in? No, I have to put it on the other side. That's a bit ugly, but there we go. Where are you going? I thought this goes saves some sweat. No, it's well, has the opposite. I have to wash it fairly often because it gets a bit sweaty. But no. Nilas wears one of them gamer gloves, doesn't he? Where I think it's meant to let your hand glide across the surface or something. Is that all flowing? I think that's all flowing. Right then. Now we need to convert it into the things we need to convert it into. Right. I could build that here, couldn't I? Because I'm planning on that just like stretching all the way down there. Because it's quite a nice run. Over to here, and then we can put a little bit of landfill in. Take it all the way over there. So I prefer not to use it up making, circuits and stuff. So maybe I can put the machines making circuits and stuff like over here and sort of bend them back in. So if I was to put the first machine there, let's just block it in like that. Because you can stretch the inserters like across quite a few belts. They're not very... Wait. Oh no, that's right. 4. They're quite slow, but you get like a capacity bonus thing later on. So if I was to make, say, that one copper and that one iron. This first machine is actually probably going to be a bit further up, isn't it? So I can weave the belts round. And then we want belts here. Belts here as well. We can connect something up there. What TBD. So I can then take that way. And make what? So I guess I should make circuits or something first, maybe? Because basically I want to have that one. There's silicon as well. I don't know how I'm going to do that one, but I might just bring stone down and we can sort of just make what we need locally, because you can make that out of stone. Then you make that out of stone, make that out of stone, so it might be better to just have stone going down. But yeah, we want that one. We want steel. Might be a little tricky. But we want gears. So maybe... No, let's make circuit boards. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So we want... How do I want to do that though? Because it makes more sense, I think. Let's take that out. So if this was making circuit boards, would that work? So it's making circuit boards, so it needs iron and copper. So we could bring both of those down here, but then we also need a machine here making those, and we can share the copper, so that would need to be down the middle, and then we bring these on that side. Yeah, that's probably more sensible, but I need to move it one down so I can have the output coming back that way. Get rid of all that. Probably need to move these down one, I think. Like So this is making circuits. So we need that copper coming down the middle, and that's the output. This will feed directly onto whichever one there. So maybe like that. Why have I got 2 iron? I think I need 1 for cogs, don't I? Would that make sense? So if we have 1 coming down here. I like this little bunny hop they've introduced. That's quite convenient. So that then... Oh, I'm out of bell. How old am I? So I am... I have to work it out. 45? Or 46, something like that. You get to an age... Well, I've gotten to an age where I don't actually remember how old I am. It's just, oh, why am I making them? It's something I have to calculate based on my birth year. But sometimes the maths is a bit complicated. So mid 40s basically. Right. Yeah, so that's the magnets. So we need the output really of this coming this way. So if I manually lift that up, I need a bit more space than that, aren't I? Oops. No, one more. Go. Down again. In fact, probably better if I do it there. Okay. So we've got circuits outputting to say that one. Magnet, or whatever it calls them, magnetic coils outputting to that one. Then we've got that needs to be the copper, doesn't it? And that can be iron. So we get copper there. That was the magnetic coils. This was going to be cogs, I think. Yeah, because that's just iron. So that copper needs to hook up to that one. He's done a little lemon shape. Okay, how old are you in Chinese calendar? Oh, I haven't a clue. I'm afraid I don't know the Chinese calendar. I know it's zodiac things, isn't it? So it's like, is it rabbit this year or something? So I got 1 extra iron, but I've not got aligned with anything. Why have I got 1 extra iron? So that's... because that's a lane of iron. Alright, that's meant to be iron, isn't it? How the heck am I going to get that in there? I guess if I just take it up a level. Connect that like that. I think we're sorted then. So that's the iron there. That's that. Oh, I haven't put an inserter there. Cool. Right. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to use my solar trick, my wind farm trick, so we need proper power poles in this. And where do we want them? I guess better make sure that's covered and that's covered. And then there, I guess. Happy Chinese New Year, that was yesterday. Yes, yeah, Lunar New Year, wasn't it? Yesterday. I only know that because, I say, the Factorio devs posted on the... Not Factorio. Dyson Sphere devs basically posted saying it was, effectively. So it's not really running as fast as it could. I mean, I could switch some of these up, I guess. How expensive are they to make? Oh, they're not too bad. Okay. So if I upgrade, that's probably going to work better. If they're going across two things. Now, what was going to come down this lane? Because we've got... Oh, it was going to be the silicon, wasn't it? Or stone, so I can make those types of things. But we've now got cogs, we've now got circuit boards, we've got coils, iron ingots, copper, and say we need something for stone. Okay. Okay. Have we got any coal nearby? I think I have English mistakes in my message. No worries. Your English is far better than... I assume you're Chinese, but or as you're referencing, but I'm extremely bad at foreign languages, so I'm sure your native is not something I would be able to communicate in, like at all. Unfortunately, the coal is miles away. Okay, maybe if I hook the two power systems up then instead. So, did I ever get any? I did not. I need to build some of these. But yeah, don't worry. About not, don't know what the phrase is. Spell it, typo errors and that sort of thing. Don't worry at all. Right, so that would go the other way. And then go that way. So, these machines don't run at 100%. They run at 3/4, don't they? Yeah, okay. So if I was trying to make a lane of cogs, it requires 6 items to fill a belt. So in theory it would be 6 of these. But... Oh, I'm trying to... No. 2, 3. I think I can get away 4, 5, 6. So it won't actually produce a belt then, but... Wait, have I not got any power poles? The next machine up is closer to 100%, so I can put one in there or there. Probably better there. And then there's proper coverage. So again, oh, it's not got all the belts in. And I need more belt. Always be more belting. And we're now out of vinyl. Okay. I mean, these must have a backlog in. Just any some. I'm rushing. Oh right, okay. Why have you not got inserters on? It's these dang legacy bots not doing their jobs. Right, so I've got lots of iron now. What was I trying to make? I was trying to make belts and etc. Okay. Let's build a few more machines as well. I should probably, yeah, top up there as well. Right. More belt. Other way. Oh no, that is the output. That's the input. Okay. One of the things I would say about the game that isn't entirely to my taste is the soundtrack. It's not. It's a bit sort of generic blinky blonky. But it's fine, it's just... I guess they went for something sort of relaxing in a sense, rather than particularly distinctive. Processor done, cool. Now, if we're trying to fill a belt with them... In fact... Yeah, that's a one item, isn't it? Trying to fill a belt with them, it produces 2 every craft. So we only need 3. I mean, we don't, because they're slightly slower than 1 a second, but that'll do us. And I think it's the same with these as well. If we're trying to fill a belt, we get 2 out of 1 craft, so we only need 3 of them. Okay. Right. Awesome. I'm kind of amazed it's still powered, to be honest with you. But what's the quickest route to the other base? That way, I guess. Could maybe put some... whatchamacallits in there. Some of these. So perhaps... Because these are like long-range power poles.
You built a wireless power tower.
They also act
which
as
is
power
suitable
towers.
with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
I mean, interesting's a strong way of putting that, but yes. Let's do a miniature solar field. And we can pop another power pole there, so the 2 grids are connected. I've probably run out of them as well. But yeah, if I stand here now, you see it doing this weird electricity animation. That's because it's charging the mech. Because you see that's not doing that animation. So yeah, it's like a remote charging station. So that it does that instead of... well, it does it as well as burning the fuel, depending on what fuel you're actually using. But yeah. Let's fly over there. Get the last bit built. You get more... These are little drones that do the building for you, and you get loads more. You can have, like, I think it's 12 or something, and also you can speed them up. That's what there's like an upgrade system as well as research. Speaking of which, can we do any more pure blue text? That's not pure blue. Neither is that. Neither is that. All that. All that. Nope. I think this is, yeah. X-ray cracking. Fuel rods. Nope. So we've got no researches that only require blue. Do we have? We do. So we could do that one. that button out. There you go, so you get loads of drones. It's not an infinite one, but I say you get about a dozen in the end. So do that. This has stopped because I've run out of coal and... okay. Right. No, okay. So I need to get some coal and some... well, I can just move that back. I need to get some coal, but only 10 bits. Or so. So if we just sort of pop over here. Always takes me a little while to get in, get up to speed with this game because I'm so used to Factorio that, particularly on the shortcut keys for the the menu items and things like that, I just press the wrong button all the time. Right, so that's that one done. But we're not doing too bad. We've nearly done all of the straight blue researches. We've got a nice big production area set up. We can do stone there. I haven't got room to send it down the side. That's a little unfortunate, but we could hopefully connect it in there. I have to lift the belt up. Okay, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go and... oh, I need to landfill that. Is there a better one? Oh, let's just put one on there. So if we can get 180 a minute. No, it's not enough nodes either, is there really? So I'd need 3 miners on it, so we might as well just do one of these. Okay. Let's see what I can get. 8. Oops, and 8. So if I connect these together, and then, oops. Do I want to take it all that? I guess I do, don't I? So I need to connect it to this, essentially. And I need to elevate the belt, okay. Oops. So I think I'll just take it upwards here. Do it like that. And then... right, so if I... no, reverse that. There we go. What I see seeing with freezes, I have amazing 12 missing P and so on, but it's just happening with imaging movement. So that's unfortunately my machine is not able to sort of cope. Essentially, it's a very graphically demanding game. It needs some optimization, but that's basically. Oh, it's quite bad, isn't it? No, it's entirely on my end, basically. It doesn't have enough. My machine is very old. It's like must be 7 years old now. It was like as good as you could build it when I did, but you know it's just age basically. and I've been wanting to upgrade for years, but basically I can't really afford it. Yeah, that's quite terrible, isn't it? Yeah, it's nothing to do with your internet. It's entirely to do with my machine. I don't know if the audio comes through okay. It is weird how. I wonder if I zoom in. Oh, okay. It's because it goes when I'm zoomed out. I'm gonna have to have a fiddle about with some of the settings, I think. Because the trouble is when you get it's playing okay. It's the encoding basically. It can't do both, I don't think. I could also switch back to OBS. It was better with like regular OBS than Streamlabs when I played it before. But yeah, I think it's looking at it. So if I zoom out, yeah, it's as it tries to render more stuff, isn't it? That's very annoying. I wonder if I can take some more. What's a useless one? Some of them I don't actually know what. I mean, I don't know what dithering means. Planetary atmosphere blur. If we turn that off, maybe that's the effect it's having trouble with. Let's see. I'm watching my own lips. Oh yeah, it's still a bit rubbish, isn't it? To see it moving. I wonder what else. So again, I don't know what planetary surface and dither are. Is that any better? That seems a bit better on the zoomed out. Oh no, it's crap. Doing it again. Maybe I turn the AA down. Is that any better? Oh, that looks a bit better. I mean, it's difficult to tell any visual difference for me. It's not actually making a lot of difference, these settings. Let's give that a go for a bit. Maybe wait. When you're staying, everything is fine. Better stomp. Okay. So visually, I can't really see a lot of difference. It shouldn't. I mean, to some extent, because it's like downscale. Because I'm actually playing at 4K, which was a bit of an error I made. I shouldn't have got a 4K monitor. Should have got a 1440p one. But yeah. I'm taking a very old computer and pushing it kind of to its limits. I say it's an early access game, so I don't imagine they're gonna, optimize it until it's sort of nearly finished. Right, are you gonna put the rest of this belt in? I wonder if I fly again. Oh, why are you not? Oh, it's out of power. That's fine. You have this little battery thing down here, and the drones use up a little bit of power, so I can't fly because I've got no juice. Okay, now it's fine. Okay. How are we doing? Is that all the belt built? I think so. Right, so we could actually start making some stuff. Maybe it's the AA, maybe that was the problem. It's difficult to test because I don't know of a way to test streaming without actually streaming. There doesn't appear to be like with YouTube you can do it where you essentially you're streaming but you're not actually live, if you see what I mean. Whereas with Twitch, your only option seems to be live, and I can obviously record it. I can do record a video. But then what does that prove? Because it's a different type of rendering. Okay, let's get some more iron, I guess. There's probably some super clever way that people do use to test it, but what that is, I don't know. Okay, a bit more belt. Go. Let's do all that. Oh. Right, so start making stuff. Oh, we can do plastic now. Okay. Can we do chemical labs then? Yes, we can. Right. So basically, the idea of this is I'm going to have a row of machines down the middle that draw from. I'm going to leave this one here, so I know where the start is, and I'm not going to put a recipe on it. But then it's going to be a row of machines basically, and it'll make what I need it to make. I'll have to sort of improvise, power into it and all sorts. But then we'll have a box. So if that's a machine making something, there's then a box for me to pick it, so that I can just come along here and just grab some of that, some of that, some of that, some of that. So it's not a bust, but it's getting into that territory. So, for example, I want some electric motors to be a thing I can just grab. And electric motors also, I think, are in one of these machines. I can't remember for the life of me which one. Is it chemical? Or maybe they're not. Maybe it's later machines that do that. Ah, there we go. So the oil, so the water ones do. That's water, isn't it? A water pump requires an engine, but I'll build them when I need them for the time being.
Rare veins scatter around different planets. They will greatly improve
so
production
I don't need
efficiency.
to use them for anything.
So if you find them, collect them and put them as a part of industrial production.
I don't think you could. Some of the explanations are a bit weird because it's obviously been run through a translation algorithm, and with mixed results, shall we say. So some of them I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be saying. Well, it doesn't. You can usually work out everything. It's a sufficiently sort of obvious game from that point of view, but yeah, there is a little bit of what does that mean? Right, so I'll have a stack of engines. Keep trying to keep an eye on it, see if it is running okay. And let's see if I put that there. Make sure we've got power. Okay, probably okay there. Again, and fill in the belts in. Speaking of which, in fact, was it one of them? No. Okay. I'm sure there's something really common that uses engine. Anyway. Right, so belts. We need loads of belts, so I might as well make belts. Which are iron... Oh, low battery. Have accuracy energy below 5% for more than 3 minutes when on the ground. That doesn't sound like a very a good achievement to achieve, but there you go. I have a laptop that supports CSGO with freezes and low FPS. Bought in 2019, but a home PC with Pentium supports this game with 60 FPS. Okay. Yeah, I said mine. It's ancient. It's like I'm sort of slightly ashamed almost of just how old it is, because I'm, PC gamer sort of thing. I've got this PC that, I mean, it's in the territory where if something went wrong, I'd have to just completely upgrade. You couldn't. I mean, I could look on eBay maybe or something like that, but. I wouldn't be able to get replacement parts, basically. So let's put... that requires motors. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I'll just hand make them. So we then want inserters. We could copy that. Lack of item, okay. Put one of that. And that wants to be only, say, a couple of stacks. And what do you need? You need circuits, an iron plate, and then I know you want to build that, but you know, we got other jobs as well, boss. Right, what do we want now? What we want? Well, let's make the power ones, Tesla towers, since we've run out of them. And inserter. I only want a stack of them. So iron and the geary thing, magnety things rather. Like that. Should really make some chests, but that requires me to make steel and stuff, doesn't it? Oh no, stone brick, which is a furnace job. Okay. So if we put a furnace in, we can have you make stone bricks and then assembler next to it. That'll be too close. Yeah.
Now you can try to view the whole planetary system and even the entire cluster by clicking the star map button in the lower left corner of the screen.
Let's have a look at the planetary system, certainly before the end of the stream. Be going to 6 o'clock-ish. I really do enjoy this game, and sort of it's another one like Factorio where it's easy to get, you know, forget what the time is and how long you've been playing. So we need stones, and then we need iron plate. No, why have you put that at the end there? You should put that in the middle so it's nice and tidy. We only want, you know, a box of boxes. It does the classic impossible system. A box full of boxes that can only contain boxes. Right, we need to extend this. Eventually, because it has a blueprint, it's a really clever blueprinting system actually, because it automatically saves them as in fact Satisfactory's just stolen it basically, because where's blueprints? Down here somewhere, wasn't it? No? How do I do? Oh, they're down here. But basically these are, because I've already made a few blueprints, but they're like proper logistics ones. But these are just text files, and this is literally going to your folders on your, you know, on your computer. So, if to share blueprints in this is really simple. It's horrible in Factorio because there's like these text codes, and you can export it as this string, but it's like a gobbled. It's just gibberish. The string. I mean, literally just like machine code type symbols. It's a bit of a. I always wonder that they might get flagged as, you know, like virus basically, because it's just gibberish basically. Right. So, why do I have that there? When really, it would be there. Okay, how are we doing? So I've got a stack of engines now. Belts is quite slow, isn't it? Maybe if I... Oh, it's not outputting very quickly. So let's do an upgrade. In fact, it's still up output very slowly. They do another one. Come on, bots, do your job. That's better. And since we use so much belt, we might as well upgrade that one as well. And in fact, maybe a second one of them, because it's the absolutely crucial one. Belt. There we go, that's a bit more like it. And how many? Lovely, full stack of them. Don't care too much for them. I think factory is easy as satisfactory. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, for me personally, I think it is. I think what helps out is like the unique feature. Oh, look at that titanium. The unique feature of Satisfactory with it being 3D, you know, being Unity, you know, 3D type of thing, or Unreal rather, is also the thing that makes it difficult, because it means all of the machines are like, there is actually a mod that you can get to play it in VR. But I think it would be a good game to play in VR, because you've got all these big machines and you could run around your factory, and I think it'd be awesome. That also makes it difficult, I find, to actually build things. And particularly, I wish they'd give us like higher level machines, because you end up with these factories where it's like, you know, 30 smelters, and it's just ridiculous to build it. Even with the blueprint system, it's just not fun. But also, it's like hard to do unless you do like a really rigid grid-like system, and then it's like, well, that's what Factorio is by default. It's just a grid, and so it's really easy to do. But let's have a look at the planetary system then. Let's have a look at Chu. So this is us. We're actually on a moon of a planet. You're always put on a moon of a planet, of an ice giant. The ice giant will have hydrogen on it. There you go, hydrogen and fire ice in this case. I think it's normally fire ice. Oh, what? Mining planned. Not planned yet. Interesting. But this is our star, a G-type star, so basically the same as the Sun. Cool. And then we got other planets. Chu 3. So that's got titanium, and it's a barren desert. So it won't have any water on it. No coal at all. That's interesting. Usually it gives you a little pocket of coal so that you can more easily exploit the planet, but no coal at all. That's interesting. But loads of titanium and silicon. So we could probably use it for solar. Or power solar. There you go, you see. So you got a little bit of coal. Iron, silicon, and loads of titanium. Icefield jelly salt. So again, well, that will have water on it. Okay. Is that all? No, we've still got some research on the go. Okay. Let's have a look at our planet, our little cluster then. See who's nearby. Got another G-type star. So that'll be very similar to ours. Minkelanin, M-type star. Okay. You get another. There's another level of research which will tell you what's in the system. Here we go. So these are our black hole, a neutron star. They're fairly close, actually. That's quite convenient. They have unique resources in them, but they also fiddled about with the graphics on them. What I might have to do. Factory is like a 2D blueprint. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very much so. It's I suppose it's one. I mean, it's kind of the, you know, I think it's why people don't think it looks very good. You know, it's sort of a very like rigid, you know, structured sort of a thing, and you know, they've not. It's sort of I like the style of it, but it's sort of what's called diesel punk, so it's very grimy and dirty, and you know, I'd say that fits with the game. But I mean, Satisfactory is like, you know, really, and this is really pretty. But Red Giant, B-Type, okay. And you can exploit, if you know, never played it, but you can exploit every single one of these things. You can put Dyson spheres around all of them if you want, and that is sort of meant to be the equivalent of a Factorio Mega Base, is the sort of exploit your entire system. But you know, we won't be doing that. I mean, to be honest, you know, I will probably visit the Neutron and the Black Hole because they're quite fun to watch. But you know, we'll probably end up exploiting, like, you know, 2 nearby stars, because all I want to do is build a Dyson sphere and we'll call it done. But hopefully the performance will keep up. Maybe I really should just bite the bullet and, you know, get a new machine on credit sort of thing. Okay. So we're sort of nearish to the main sort of cluster of stars. So it gives us lots of options if we haven't got anything particularly funky. Usually it's worth looking out for the weird resources, because they're quite convenient. Sometimes I think I'm a T-Rex when I play Factorio. Yeah. That's an interesting image. I never thought of that one, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, it doesn't matter in a sense, but I think the engineer in Factorio and Satisfactory, I think they're robots rather than actual like people, because the scale of both of them doesn't make sense. They're like enormous when you think about it. Satisfactory is more closer to normal, but Factorio, you know, the engineers in like this, you know, this is meant to be a giant mecha, you know, like a you know, Evangelion or something like that, one of those, you know, giant mechs, or Gundam, or, you know, something like that. And it's meant to be that sort of scale, which is why, so that, you know, because this is more consistent, I think, with the scale, because this is obviously a tree, and then a factory as big as a tree makes sense. But in something like Factorio, it's like a factory's like, you know, 3 times as big as a tree, and the engineer is the same size, so it's sort of, they must be huge. Okay, I think I'm probably going to call it there, otherwise I'll get carried away. But next time, well, let's just have a scan through and make sure. I really can't do any more blue research, because we need to do 2 things next time, which is start up some red research, the red cubes. No, we can't do any of these. That's just straight red. Yeah, so I can't do any of them without... Oh, what about that? No, that's yellow. Red research. I'll probably just plug it into the other system. Let's have... Oh, that one's nearly finished. Okay. So that needs red, 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 red. That's not what we're doing. What I've just done. That's red, yellow, yellow, red. Can't even do those. No. So there's no other research that I can do. So what I'll probably do... Is that really slow? It looks like it might be the anti-aliasing then, because that, to me, seems to be coming through okay. I mean, not brilliant, but not... Or am I looking at the wrong thing? That's fine. Yeah, that seems to be okay. So it might be the AA. If I just turn the AA off, then we might be okay. I'll turn T800. Sorry, it might have auto-corrected there. I'll transformer. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does actually. That's one of the things I thought. It looks like Bumblebee from the newer Transformers films. To me, it looks a lot like Bumblebee. And I know those films are very, very popular in China. I'm sufficiently old that I remember the original Transformers, so I wasn't as keen on the films. But yeah, it looks like the new Bumblebee to me. You can actually change it. There's a way of like redesigning it. And I think they do give you some of these. I couldn't get my head around this at all. Because you get these, they give you these free ones. If I do that, it's going to go weird. No, I'll just ignore that then. But yeah, you can, if you go if you particularly keen on it, because these are all little bits, as it were. You know, they've given us an entire sort of editor system. And you can change all of this stuff if you've got the talent and the know-how sort of thing. You know. I think the best I would probably do is recolour it. You know, so maybe set some of the colours as more sort of my style. Sort of a purple. I don't know why it's not done the shoulder. No, that's doing the thing. I don't know why it's done that. Maybe it's because I had it selected. Oh, I've gone deep there. But yeah, so maybe I'll recolour it or something. But yeah, if you've got the talent. Let's see a Gara or a lorry. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll finish it there. So next time the two jobs will be getting some red science in here. That will require oil, so we'll need to build some oil extractors. There is oil very close, so it shouldn't be difficult. And we've already got the the graphite, but you can make graphite out of the oil as well. So that'll, in fact, let's land here, and hopefully I'll remember. And then I'll just keep adding to the system over here. Wherever it is, wherever it's gone, this here, we'll just add more machines to that so that we can start building. And I would hope next stream we can get to another planet as well. We should get that far in the research tree. Oh, crikey. Right then, so that's it for today. I will pop up my schedule, which is there. There we go, and weird green glow from the light changing as the sun's gone down. But yeah, that's the schedule. So it'll be continuing like this for the next, I don't know, good couple of months or so. Saturdays will be Factorio at 6 o'clock. I'll continue the Bob's Mods playthrough. Yeah, there shouldn't be any problems for a while. End of March I will be taking some holiday because I'll be going to game convention, but that's obviously a good 8 weeks away, so we might even finish DSP by then. But yeah, then Sunday we'll continue with this playthrough, the Dyson Sphere Program playthrough. Plus, I mean, it's taken me about 20 or so streams before, but I'm a bit more familiar with the game now, so hopefully, 10 or so, 12 maybe streams, we can probably get to a point of finishing. I think that's it. I guess the only other thing to say is I have a YouTube channel where I archive all of my VODs, so if you wanted to catch up on, this series has just started, but on the Bob's playthrough, the aesthetic Factorio playthrough, the blueprint playthrough, there's my No Spoon run, got loads of series on Factorio, several Dyson Sphere programs, there's the big Satisfactory playthrough which I abandoned, and then I occasionally do videos as well, so that's all available on my YouTube. It is Trismegistus, but it's alias to Triggles. So there you go. So if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and goodbye and good night to you as well, Brent Mike. So if you have been watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. No, it hasn't. I go into the habit. This has been Dyson Sphere Program. Thanks for watching. Cheers.